Alrighty friends, it's now time for our media demonstration video. So we're going to be using oil pastel and black colored pencil this week, and we have done that before, but I'm going to do a little bit of a different type of application this time. So it'll be something new, or maybe something you haven't seen for a while. And also, before we get started, I want to point out to you that these magnets, I still have some, and if you like or share or comment or do something on social media that helps Arts Hub let others know about what we offer, then I will mail you one of these magnets. I will be happy to. This is a fridge magnet. It's a great way to hang your artwork up on the refrigerator, and I just would really appreciate your help. So do something like that and I'll mail one to you with a personal note. All right, so we are going to get going with the oil pastels in just a minute, but what I wanted to tell you today, guys, is something that I don't know if you're aware of. So this is called Snowy Bobcat. And as you can see, I've got the pine tree, branches and the snow on the log and different things like that. But check this out, guys. It's the same drawing, but suddenly it's a different drawing because there's no pine tree branches, but now instead there's snow falling. And still, again, look, same drawing, but suddenly it's different. It's got branches with snow on them and berries, and it has little ornaments to say joy, peace, and love. So how did I do that? I have 3 of these that look exactly the same, except they're different. What a mystery. Well, I'm here to tell you that it's your artwork, and you are welcome to make copies of it if you want to. So here's my original drawing. And as you can see, there's no branches and no snow and no ornaments. And as you look at this closely, you'll notice it's the same bobcat, okay? So you can take your drawing, you can do a drawing like this. You can take it and have it copied on cardstock. So this is cardstock. And then with like 3 or 4 copies, then you can change it up. So then you can add with Sharpie what you want to add so that it's different each time. This is a great way to make it unique and fun, but also so you can make copies of your own artwork and you can then color them and give them as gifts to your friends and family. So speaking of gifts for your friends and family, I wanted to point out to you that you can also just make a card. And so as you can see, this is not the same bobcat. It's similar, but not exactly the same. And it says Happy Holidays. And so by folding a piece of paper in half, a piece of cardstock, then you can draw it on there and you can create a nice holiday card. So, and you don't have to use oil pastel on a card. You can use markers, you could use colored pencils. You can even make your own envelope. So this is just something that's really fun to do. I hope you'll consider it. But for now, we're going to talk about oil pastels. So I'm going to do a bunch of this in time lapse, and then I'm going to come back and do some talking about what we're going to do, and then or what you should be doing anyway. And then it's just going to be fun. So I hope you're ready, guys. Here we go. As you can see, this looks really cool the way it is, but without this black pencil, all these wonderful details are kind of lost. I did the eyes sort of bright and bold so you could see how much that black pencil makes an impact and makes a difference. So I'm going to do the black pencil in time lapse. I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about some of the techniques I did. So in this one, I think you may have noticed I didn't do any rubbing with my fingers, but what I did do is I did a lot of blending. So like on the bobcat, I did brown and I did tan, and I did gray, and I did white. And so these are bobcat colors, but what really makes them blend together is by pushing down really hard with white over the whole thing. And I did the same thing, only not with white, but with this really pale yellow. I did purple and brown and pale yellow. And so I rubbed the pale yellow really, really hard all over the log, and that created that cool effect. In the background with these pine tree bows, I just did dark green and light green. You can make that even more, excuse me, exaggerated if you want by adding even like a yellow on top of that. And that just kind of gives it like a little bit of a boost and of highlight. So if you like the way that looks, You can certainly add those. You can see it just gives it a little something extra, so I might do that. But what I want you to think about, guys, is choosing a color that's going to make all of this stand out. So I did just one simple purple, but of course you could mix colors together if you really want to. But the idea is that we really want the Bobcat to be center stage. So I'm going to do this again in time lapse just to do the black pencil. But as you can see, this black pencil is going to be a lifesaver. It's going to make people be able to see all of your wonderful Bobcat lines. And it's just going to make a huge difference in the finished drawing. So please do not skip the black pencil. I know sometimes it seems like it's adding a lot of extra work, but that's, you know, part of what we're doing here is we're trying to make some really cool artwork. And they call it artwork for a reason. And when you're done with it, you can be really proud of it. All right, guys, let's do the black pencil. Here we go. As I said, guys, this is artwork and it's rewarding. So I hope you're enjoying it too. You can see where I did all the black pencil on the spots and it took my time, but I was trying not to get too fussy about it. There's times when you might hit not do every single spot, and that's okay because the spots that are kind of soft underneath the oil pastel look sort of like, you know, the natural coat on the Bobcat. Like not every spot is in high relief. But also there's sometimes where you might draw lines and think, well, I didn't like that line there in the first place. And so you get to kind of change it up a little bit when you go back over it with your black pencil. So you can fix something. If there's something you're not totally crazy about, you can kind of fix it a little bit by going back with your black pencil. Don't forget about all the details, guys. The pine needles, the tree bark texture, even your snow. Just adding a little bit of a line there to your snow makes it really crisp and make it stand out. You can sign your name anywhere you like. I did it on the front today. You can also always sign your name on the back. Whatever you do, though, I hope you'll think about making these in multiples and giving them as gifts. Again, I want to point out, you can do these like this and just sort of make copies of your own artwork and then make a lot of examples and give them as gifts. So that's it for right now, friends. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.